record the video and then upload it later. Give me a second. It's loading. It's loading.
Says we're live on YouTube.
We are live on YouTube. It is private, so nobody can see it because this is like a test run. If it looks good after the whole broadcast, and I go back and check it out, and everything is good and on point, then we'll go live next time.
Mitch.
What's up?
Oh, you just dozed off.
A little bit.
Long day.
Well, welcome to the Alternative FAQs Podcast, episode 63. We are here. GQ.
It's your boy Barz.
Soulpatch Adams.
Oh, it's Danger Felix, aka Stealth Mode, aka Together All Together Now, aka put a little curry on.
Yo, we sound like some tired ass niggas.
That's what happens when you do late night podcasts.
Hey man, yeah, this is a little different in terms of scheduling, but we here.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I mean, we couldn't let too much time go by without you seeing our lovely faces. You know what I mean? So let's jump straight into it, man. We got a Verzuz episode coming up.
Oh, okay. All right. Finally got T.I. on the line. Okay.
Well, originally it was supposed to be T.I. It was supposed to be.
Yeah, we had T.I.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
We had T.I. Yeah.
We had T.I. And then he agreed to step aside and allow Gucci to take his spot.
Gucci.
Now, personally, I don't like this battle because
Jeezy trash.
washes Gucci. Jeezy washes Gucci. The only reason this generates any type of interest is because of the real life beef that they have. That's it.
Trash.
So people are probably tuning in just to see if something is going to happen in which they break out into a fight, which I doubt because they're brand new reformed people. You know, they're on their grown man-ish. So
I object. You guys are mad wrong. You tell me guap, big guap is not gonna come in here.
Correct it. Let me know. Tell me what's feeling.
Like, all right, so like what we talking about? Like we talking about substance or we talking about bangers, okay? Because Gucci got way more bangers than Jeezy, okay? The Jeezy stuff is kind of real. His stuff is like harder, you know, it's more street, but hits.
I think Jeezy
Give me 5 Gucci songs.
Extensive catalog.
5 Gucci songs?
Give me 5 Gucci songs.
Yo, easy. How you want it? You want it by year? You want it by decade? How you want it?
Stalling?
If you give me 5, let's go.
No, I'm waiting for Soulpatch. Soulpatch gonna lead it off, and I'm gonna jump on.
I'm So Icy, Lemonade, Wasted. Like bangers that were like radio hits.
Give me 5.
So far, that's 3.
I'm gonna give you one. Freaky Girl. Go ahead.
Yeah,
There
that one.
we go. There you go.
Damn, I fucked you up with that one. I'm sorry.
I mean, are we really crediting Gucci with Freaky Girl? Because that's really a mulatto joint.
There's another one that Gucci did.
No. Freaky Girl was a Gucci joint. Mulatto redid.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Gucci did it from Rick James and took it and Mulatto. Yeah.
Isn't it a shame that Mulatto's version is better?
No, it's not a shame. I'm not surprised at all. It's definitely.
I see what you're trying to do. You know what they're trying to do? You know what they trying to do? Soulpatch. They trying to do the Soulja Boy argument. They're trying to do a Soulja Boy argument. They're trying to say that Gucci as an artist is not quality, therefore he shouldn't be going up against Jeezy. But let us not forget, Soulja Boy had them hits. Okay, Soulja Boy was owning Summers. Okay,
Soulja Boy would have been a better person to go against Jeezy than Gucci.
See,
you think a Soulja Boy versus a Jeezy would have been good?
It's better. No, not good.
Better.
That's what he said. That's what he said. I ain't mean.
I mean, I think Jeezy and Gucci is pretty even.
I don't know.
In my opinion.
Time out. Hold on.
I don't think it's even. I think Gucci has more hits. Okay, he gonna be popping off with a lot of stuff. Jeezy's gonna be playing some stuff that some people never heard of. But you ain't gonna get nothing to Gucci play that people are like, I never heard of this song. Oh, you heard this song because he's only gonna play stuff that's been on the radio.
Y'all trolling, right? Y'all not for real. Y'all not being serious.
I'm kind of serious. I'm kind of serious. I'm not as passionate as I perceive to be.
I mean, other than T.I., who else does Atlanta have? Like 2 Chainz, that already happened.
It doesn't have to. Okay, one, it doesn't have to be an ATL artist. But Soulpatch, they had T.I.
T.I. didn't want to do it expeditiously, so like.
No, that's not what happened. So what happened was, okay, Jeezy did an interview on the Breakfast Club. All right. Y'all pissing me off.
Barz is mad that he has to expend the energy to go into the explanation.
Let the brother speak.
Jeezy did an interview on the Breakfast Club. All right. Okay. He said originally he reached out to Gucci. His people reached out to Gucci to do a verses before T.I. was even involved. Gucci turned it down.
Okay.
He didn't want to do it.
Wouldn't be. So Jeezy turned down T.I.
No. So T.I. was on his shit, talking his shit, and Jeezy was like, all right, cool, we'll do it. So it was going to be Jeezy and T.I. Up until literally like a couple days ago. I guess Gucci heard the interview and didn't like that shit and changed his mind. He didn't want the narrative to be he didn't want to do the verses.
Got you. Okay.
Gucci's not a changed nigga. Let's make that clear. Gucci's still Gucci. Like I literally just watched the interview he did with Charlemagne, where Charlemagne asked him, does he regret killing Jeezy's homeboy? And Gucci's response was, that nigga is where he's supposed to be. He deserved to be dead. He tried me.
Well, so wait a minute. So, okay, could I ask how recent was this interview?
I think it was like a year or two.
Okay. Do you think a year?
I just want to say I was only talking about the hits, not that nigga's character. I just want that to be made clear.
My point is though, the verses is based off of their beef. It has nothing to do with the music because the music is not even at all. Jeezy's here, Gucci's here. Let's be real. The only place Gucci gets any play is Atlanta. My
there you go. You fix it now. Gucci's here.
Whoa. Time out. Put the car in park.
Yeah,
like on the play.
Exactly. Like you can't like Jeezy gets played a lot of, and where we're from.
I said Gucci only Atlanta. No, absolutely. Jeezy gets played everywhere. Gucci only gets played.
Not, did I say Jeezy? I meant Gucci.
You meant Gucci. Gucci gets played. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're both confused. It's all right. Gucci gets played everywhere. Gucci's here. What's the name of this here?
Here's my thing, right? Because I'm looking at the struggle of you guys coming up with 5 songs.
I just don't remember the songs, bro. You put them on, I'm banging to them, but like I don't remember them. You know what I mean?
If it's that hard to come up with 5 joints, and they got 5th Gucci.
I just thought of the 5th Gucci song. Mariah Carey featuring Gucci Obsessed remix. There you go.
Oh, so he's gonna ride the coattails.
We're counting features.
Him in it.
We're counting features.
Well, if we're counting features, it's a rap.
You're counting features. Yeah, you're counting features. That's true.
Okay, fine.
I think the fact that they count features gives Gucci.
All right, fine. Then that's what I like. Remix Bruno Mars and Gucci.
Do you think the only reason why? Do you think the only reason why Gucci has a chance is because they're allowing features?
Yes. And he still doesn't have a chance.
Features always count.
Yeah, but is it enough? Is the question.
Well, Gucci's gonna play more feature songs than he's gonna play of his own.
But
because if we're talking features, Jeezy could break out that Kanye joint where he did the ha ha can't tell me nothing. He could play Amazing. There's
all the joints he got with Jeezy. I mean, Jay-Z. All the joints he got with Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like Brown Paper Bag, the Khaled joints.
Barz, you make a good point. It will be an evenly listed match. So you're right. Maybe they should have. You're right.
I can't.
I feel like I mean, all right, yeah, Jeezy has more heat than Gucci, in my opinion. But I feel like, you know, you want to keep it Atlanta, yeah, that's who you would go to. You know, if you can't get T.I., then that definitely would go Gucci.
Soulpatch, they had T.I. They had T.I.
What is that disrespectful stuff if they can't get T.I.? Gucci is not anybody's backup, okay? Gucci is front runner.
The culture. And you know how the culture responded to this news?
How?
We don't want this shit. We don't want this shit.
Is that an exact quote from the culture?
Yeah. That's an exact quote.
Yeah, I would think.
What is this trash? We don't want this shit. Get it out of here.
They may not want it right now, but once it happens, it's gonna be amazing. They're gonna be like, man, this is what I needed in my life.
You sound like you're making Gucci sound like Waka Flocka. Like that's no.
That Gucci and Waka Flocka would have been a good verses.
Maybe, but that's like Gucci was like Waka's like Obi-Wan. That's like weird, you know.
You're right. So
Obi-Crunk, I don't know. But I still feel like, all right, I feel like it's not even, obviously, but it's, you know, but it's still good. It's kind of like if you're booking a heavyweight championship fight, you know, with Roy Jones and Tyson, you would probably want someone different, but like still watchable.
Well, it's still boxing, right? It's still boxing. You know, it's still boxing. So you know, yeah, you're still gonna watch, right? I feel like, I'm not even gonna lie though, like I feel like the match is not as uneven as people making it seem, bro. But I do think Jeezy has better songs. I think he's going to make, I prefer his music. I'm not gonna lie, like, because he makes the type of music that I like.
Be honest, man, Gucci's too underground.
Hey, based on 20 songs, which is like I think like the usual requirement.
Yep.
It's a good point. It's a good point. I mean,
is it enough that both of them have a, you know, it won't be so one-sided?
I think if you add features, if they evenly sprinkle in features, it'll look more even than maybe what it seems like on paper.
You would hope so, but Gucci, okay, there was a long time Gucci didn't really do features outside of his camp.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're gonna have a couple of features where people are gonna know, but a lot of it's just gonna be underground stuff. That's the biggest issue, is you have a mainstream artist versus an underground artist. So I tell you, Gucci is limited to Atlanta, maybe Georgia, but I'm still sticking with Atlanta. I'm not exaggerating, bro. Like Gucci. When's the last time you heard a Gucci song on the radio here?
Besides
Gucci song, not even a feature, Gucci song.
Wasted still comes on the radio.
I'm talking about new.
What's the latest Gucci song that was released?
I feel like it was soon, because didn't he just do an album like last year? I feel like it was like last year when he got like engaged or married, right? He did like an album. I ain't copied, but he did one, and I think it was all right.
Did you listen to it?
No.
I listened to 3 songs that came on the radio, and it went on Spotify.
That's my point. Exactly.
So, you know.
You know, it's funny. I got a call
big on Gucci like that, but I can't just say like he ain't got heat like that, you know.
You know what? I'm falling the sword about this. You know what it is? We're not the best representatives. I think Soulpatch did a great job. Let me say it. Soulpatch did a great job of naming them hits. I am not a great representative for Gucci, but if I was a fan, I'd probably be able to put a much better argument. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, okay. I would put a much bigger fight for this than I am now. I'm saying it's not that bad. It's still watchable. I'm saying it's still watchable. I'm just saying, yeah, they could have done better. I'm trying.
I think it's gonna be all right. Okay. It's gonna be all right.
Literally just argue. Yo, what has been 30 minutes, 20 minutes? Nigga, you just argue with me just to agree with me at the end.
Well, I told you it was like this, nigga. It was like 50-50, part trolling, part for real. So, you know, we couldn't quite make the argument, okay? We lost this debate.
I'm saying he do got some heat. Not, about the same level, obviously, but
You
like he
can
got
name 5 heaters.
huh?
You can name 5 heaters.
Yo, I was thinking about it and I just had to look it up because I forgot. But both with Drake, Gucci, Party.
Is that something that you're going back to play right now?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna play it. I just wanted to check the year, but no, I'm not about to. I was about to play it. I was gonna play it for the next segment. I was.
You're about to play it and realize
It's
not worth playing.
It's dope, but it's 3 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, there's lots of songs that are timeless though. It's just not one of them.
All right, so I got a question.
Well, you know what? You're right though. To Bar's point, like I said before, he's right though about kind of the underground and the mainstream. Because if I ask, 50 people on the street who heard Lemonade, less than half would know what I'm talking about.
They're all going to respond. Oh, I heard that Beyonce album.
Right. Even though it was fire. Even though it's fire. That song was fire. Just saying.
The beat.
Which one of those people is going to make an appearance on that Verzuz group chat or whatever they have over on the live?
I don't think it's worth me saying anything during that Verzuz. I honestly just kind of want to see if a fight's going to break out.
My only interest I have is to see how pissed Gucci gets when Jeezy plays So Icy. That's it. And I'm hoping Jeezy starts with that shit out the gate. Like, go ahead and get that shit out the way. That takes away 1 out of your 5 hits, my nigga. Now what?
5.
So Icy, that's the one you're going with? Not Who Dat? You're not gonna come to that's not. I'm just saying, like So Icy.
Strategy, because So Icy is a song with him and Gucci, and that's probably Gucci's most popular song. So if Jeezy plays that first and gets it out the way,
then you're gonna be like, now what? Now what you gonna play?
Wasted.
It's kind of like a modern day 8 Mile strategy.
Beat So Icy.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. This is where it could be good. That's exactly the strategy, right? He plays that, and then what's going to start playing that high energy stuff. That's it. He go to Lemonade with it.
I'm gonna be real on this. Like, controversy does kind of sell a little bit, and I stopped watching Verzuz after they had LaBelle and Gladys Knight and like Monica and Brandon. Like, I don't care about that.
Wait, so you didn't watch the Brandy and Monica one?
No, it's not like it's. I mean, it's not really. It wasn't really that into both of them like that. But I mean,
even that one though, it was better matched because they're both R&B stars. Like their music, the same.
Yeah, it was. But it was like
the amount of hits between the two
equal.
Yeah, this one is strictly.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I get what you're saying. This wasn't for my. Like when you think Verzuz, you're thinking like, rapper versus rapper usually. That's how I think of it.
Well, yeah, they switched it up a little bit though. But I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, if you want to go R&B, then you might as well put Usher and Genuine and see what happens.
They're trying. They're still doing R&B stuff.
Yeah, they're working on a few of them.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
A couple in the works.
Somebody.
Did they say something about a Tribe Called Quest versus Outkast?
That's coming up.
Yes.
Hey.
It's gonna be hot, but
who's
gonna represent Outkast?
They're both coming.
They're both.
They're both coming.
And it's just that's kind of like it's just gonna be like it's pretty much gonna be Q-Tip and maybe Shaheed Ali, and then that's it, and then the other backup dog.
Consequence will be there.
Yeah, I'm talking about backup Fife Dog.
Well,
Consequence is not backup Fife Dog.
Yeah,
really?
Backup Fife Dog.
That's fucked up.
That is kind of risky.
But okay, so let me ask you, right? Okay, so
Fife Dog.
All right, so unfortunately, we getting Jeezy versus Gucci, right? Who can T possibly go against now?
I'm not even gonna say anything. Cross my arms, man. I ain't even say anything anymore.
Who can T.I. actually go against now? Rick Ross is out of the picture. Chainz is out of the picture.
Hold on now. Because Rick Ross has been on record saying that he didn't even play his really good joints yet. So he still has a whole bunch on his catalog to go against somebody else, he said. At least that's what he said.
But Swizzum already shot it down and said you only get one shot.
Okay.
What about, does it have to be like someone from Atlanta, or can it be someone like from a different area?
That could be a different area.
It has to be two trap dudes.
but it has to make sense.
Yeah,
Don't
it
say
has to
Wayne.
be two trap dudes that it would make sense to be like, okay, I could see them going against each other.
You know where they messed up? They messed up with 2 Chainz. Two Chainz.
Ross?
Yeah, that shouldn't have been the matchup. 2 Chainz should have been left out there for like T.I.
I honestly feel like 2 Chainz and Ross was a mismatch to me.
It was.
I think Ross should went up against Jeezy.
Definitely.
That
would have been
Ross and Jeezy would have been great.
Yeah, Ross would have been ideal.
Yeah.
I think Ross and Jeezy was ideal. T.I. was the next one. Like if it couldn't be Ross and Jeezy, T.I. and Jeezy was good.
You can always do T.I. and I just thought of it too. Shit. T.I. and
Don't say Chain.
No,
No, don't do that.
I was gonna say T.I. and Wayne.
Nope.
Oh, actually, I would agree with Soulpatch. We here today. Yeah. I second that, man. I second and third that.
Wayne has entirely too much catalog, bro.
It doesn't matter. It's only 20 songs. So for his entire catalog, he is going to need to choose what he thinks is the best. And I think he's going to fuck it up with some artistic stuff. So I'm cool. He going to put some of that rock shit in it. He is. That rock, that techno stuff, he going to put some of that in it. Blow the whole thing up, even it out. We good.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't. The only people Wayne could even battle with is like Drake or Jay-Z. That's it.
So Barz, tell me this. You said he wouldn't, right? Because you know Lil Wayne, you trust Lil Wayne. Did you think that he was going to support 40?
Yeah, because he's experienced racism. He doesn't believe racism exists.
Yeah,
and that's primarily because he himself hasn't experienced it.
Yeah, like he literally had a white savior in his life. So it's hard for him to see like the perspective we all would like him to see. You know. I mean, like the man drinks like a vitamin water bottle full of scissor. You really think he's gonna have the answers you want to listen to? You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. Well, I got 2 questions because on our last podcast we talked about Busta, right?
Finally got to listen to that album.
Busta's on record saying,
well deserved. All that hype, well deserved.
Yeah, it's on point. Busta is on record saying that the only people he would battle is Jay-Z, Eminem, and it was in third person. I forgot who the third person was.
Did you say Missy? I'm hoping you just.
Missy's got to be in there.
Well, Missy with videos. If it was videos, yes.
No,
I mean the songs. The songs.
Missy's a rap. But if we're talking rap versus rap, Busta and Missy, no. It has to be video versus video.
No, Missy and Busta would be the perfect match.
Well, it would dominate versus hits. So Busta a hard time with Missy. If you think about
because maybe I'm looking at it from a technical standpoint.
Remember, it's 20.
If we're talking hits, then I give you that. If we're talking hits and videos, I'm giving you that. But I was
produces.
Say it again.
If I would like to see.
He produces too.
Okay. Now the verses I would like to see. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now I'm saying like the verses I would like to see. I think some people who are like really into hip hop would like to see with Busta would be him and Jay. Only because they have history with each other. Because they did battle each other when they were like on a come up. Yeah. And Busta lost. So they were kind of be in like a reunion almost. Like, okay.
Was it a definitive loss? Or was it like, he said some slick stuff and got over?
Well, no one really has evidence of the actual battle, unfortunately. So we don't even know who by popular opinion who won. I mean, Jay-Z said Busta admit that he lost that one, but and there's no real evidence of it. At least I haven't found any. But it would be a good, nice rematch to see.
Yeah, that was a high school match. But I think Soulpatch, you're getting caught up in the idolism, the idea of legends.
Yeah, I am.
And you can't with Verzuz. It's not about the legendary statuses matching. It's about the catalogs matching. Busta and Jay-Z has way too many hits for Busta.
Bro, See,
If
what
it
I
was
feel
strictly
you're missing is
battle,
20. It's just
yeah.
20 songs. It's your best of 20.
Yeah,
It's
like,
not
if
your
you wanna
whole
go
life
overtime,
catalog. It's up to
yeah,
you to
you
make
gotta
those
go
decisions.
only
To
on
be
the
honest
one.
with you,
but what I'm saying is for all of us, right? Okay. Maybe not so much Soulpatch, because Soulpatch is more on the underground hip hop stuff. So he probably can list 20 Busta Rhymes songs off the top, right? I can't list 20 Busta Rhymes songs off the top. If I could think about it, it'll take me some time, but I can figure it out and think about it and say, okay, boom, here's a list. But for Jay-Z, that's literally like, he has, what is it?
you could name hits from Jay-Z faster than you could name hits from Busta.
Right.
What you're saying.
I
can name both, but Jay-Z, the names of his songs come up a little faster.
Are you trying to say that the relevancy? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, because Jay-Z has typically been making music even after he's retired.
Jay-Z has kind of been in the forefront a little bit more.
Okay, I'll give you that.
He's been a little bit more visual.
And the amount of work. Busta Rhymes hasn't put out an album since 2009.
But he's done features though.
He's done a couple of features.
He does a few, not a lot though.
Yeah,
Not a lot. He doesn't. Like,
I think, but the thing is, I think the argument is that Jay-Z has remained visible.
You're right.
Whereas Busta disappeared for a bit, resurged, disappeared, resurged. They both probably have equally extensive catalogs. It's just that we've heard more of Jay's.
Yeah.
Because Busta probably has a whole bunch of songs loaded in the clip that we haven't heard yet.
Yeah, he said he can make about 60 albums.
Yeah. He said if he never set foot in the studio, if he never set foot in the studio ever again, the songs that he's recorded is enough to release like 60 albums from now.
Did he say why he hasn't released said 60 albums though? Before,
I think he said something along the lines of the fact that it's just a feeling in terms of what needs to be released at that particular time.
Right. But I still would think that would still be I just still think that'd be a bunch for me to watch. That's my opinion. But by majority, that may be different.
Yeah.
Like, got to pick Busta with a perfect matchup. It would be Missy, based on style and impact in their.
The only jarring difference between the two is lyrical ability.
Is what?
Just because Busta can rap fast, bro, doesn't mean that the lyrics is like on point. It's like the content of what they say, and like
it's more so
on Missy. Her what's names is dope. Like her.
I'm talking that lyrical acrobatics, the ability to be a chameleon.
Both
you know what I
mean? Both can kind of catch up. Both can kind of hang with each other. Missy can rap fast and rap slow. So can Busta, obviously.
But what's the fastest Missy has rapped? Honestly.
Yeah, but this isn't even a battle of skill though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like if it was a battle of skill, that's where I would be like, oh, but everything else, if we're talking like hits, if we're talking videos, absolutely.
If it was a battle of skill, then you could easily put Busta with Jay-Z. Yeah, I watch that. Yeah,
but we want to put on. If you just want to put on like hit after hit, then you're definitely gonna put Busta and Missy more because they both kind of have to kind of run
with their videos. With their
videos, but their music was just as good too. So
right. Yeah, no, their music was great. Yeah.
I was like I said, Jay-Z. People, every rapper in the game, new or in our age group now, wants to battle Jay-Z in the verses, but even Nas has thought of it a few times.
But my thing is this: who do you think Jay-Z would think is worth his time to do a versus?
Wayne.
Okay.
Why don't he just put Kanye on, man? Why don't they just go ahead and do it? It'll be entertaining. It'll probably be chill. Because I've never seen Kanye freak out with Jay around. You know what I mean? Like he's freaked out separately on social media, but with them together, he's more level, so they could actually just have a good time.
Crazy thing
is talk about the making of those songs because they made a lot of them songs together and the production.
I never do it.
The crazy thing is if Kanye were to battle Jay-Z, the funny thing is Kanye could play some of Jay-Z songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the problem, right?
It'd make it even better.
Kanye could win
Actually,
that.
You know what? It may be a little. It was not a bad rap battle, but I doubt anyone would really put effort into it. Would be like Method Man and Busta.
Somebody suggested on the Ebro interview, they were saying they came up with the idea to have it wasn't the Ebro in the morning, it was Breakfast Club. They were saying put Busta against Redman and Method Man at the same time. The duo of Redman Method Man versus Busta Rhymes.
I would prefer that.
I thought that was entertaining.
I think that's one. Yeah, I prefer it. That'd be dope. That'd be dope, but it'd be different. You know what I mean?
No way. Actually,
to the versus set.
But since we bring up Missy, I may have missed this. Was there ever a versus with 2 female rappers?
Rappers?
Not
I
yet.
can't recall one.
Not yet, no.
I think that one should happen first before we get on to like other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, female rap.
Huh?
If you can find it, like if you can find a compelling matchup, I mean,
yeah.
What do you think would be a compelling matchup?
Don't know. The difficult thing I think with female rappers is trying to find female rappers that have an evenly matched catalog. Like there's we talk about Missy's catalog is long, and then you talk about like if you want to think of I don't know Trina or somebody like that, it's a lot smaller, so it's kind of hard. Or if you go MC Light, like to Bar's point, when's the last time MC Light had a hit? You know what I mean? It gets tough when it comes to the female rappers just because the volume of successful female rappers with a long career is short. You know, by comparison to other male rappers.
Would anybody think it would be
versus the Queen Latifah?
That again?
Maybe.
I was thinking more along the lines of a Missy versus Nicki.
That could work too.
That might work, but I mean, Nicki's been making, like Barz said, recently making music.
Or actually, you know what? Now that you brought it up, maybe even like Eve and somebody.
The reason why I paired Missy and Nicki together is because they're both equally crazy and unique in their delivery.
I wouldn't be mad at Nicki versus Missy.
Me neither. You hear that, twist? We're coming up with the matches now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be really dope. If it happens, just know that y'all saw it here first on the Alternative Facts podcast. Give us the credit.
I think
versus Nicki.
Versus they're supposed to be about celebrating each other and stuff. So the two women will have to get along.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that's difficult. But maybe not so much. It just depends on, I guess, who you get together. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll get a Nicki and Cardi or a Nicki and Lil Kim or a Nicki and I don't think we'll get Nicki and anybody, honestly. She might respect Missy enough.
I think so.
Didn't Nicki and Cardi squash their beef? They're
saying it might be a song on Cardi's new album, possibly, with Nicki. Okay. But going back to the Gucci versus Jeezy, I think this is where Verzuz is gonna mess up, only because this whole time, they've talked about celebrating. It's not about the beef. They don't want any beef and stuff like that. But people are gonna watch this expecting there to be beef. So if there's no beef and the shit sucks, then Verzuz is gonna lose some credibility.
So if there is no beef,
if there isn't any drama.
Now I want beef. I'm hungry now. Like
that's the sad truth, though. That's the sad truth.
I'm really hungry now.
The reason we will be tuning in is to see the beef.
See just the possibility of something going wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to see these niggas being friends.
Yeah, niggas need to say pause or niggas talking about wanting beef, see the beef. I just
listen. Well.
All right, let's just get it before.
That's the boy that got hungry. Listen. What's the next subject? Go ahead.
All right, so rappers targeting. What's that about?
What do you mean?
On the topic list.
Rappers are being targeted, man. For whatever reason in Houston, There's been 3 shootings in the past week. You've had a rapper named Mo3. He was gunned down. He was shot in traffic. Okay, so Mo3 was shot in traffic. Then, like the day after that, the same people that supposedly shot Mo3 went after Boosie and shot him. He got shot in the leg. And then, like literally the day after that, another rapper named Benny the Butcher from New York.
Benny? Yo!
Tried to rob him outside of a Walmart and shot him in the leg. So it's like open season in Texas right now for rappers. Not to mention, I guess last week, I think it was, RIP King Von. King Von was killed doing a brawl or a scuffle outside with Quando Rondo's group. You know.
So I'm just throwing this out there. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is, and this is always seems to be the go-to. But kind of with these ties of everybody being in Houston, is it happen to be gang related?
I'm not sure.
Like, is it like a?
I mean, maybe possibly with Mo3 and Boosie. Mo3 was signed under Boosie. That's the only reason why I would think maybe Boosie would catch some heat is because he is an affiliation. Mo3's beef, it could have been gang related. Supposedly he was set up by a female. He was leaving the chick's house and he noticed the car was following him. So he jumped on the highway trying to get away. Got stuck in traffic. He got out of his car and tried to run, and they literally chased him down, shot him, and that was it. Like dead in the middle of the road.
Wow. So my thing is like with some of these instances, like how do people know where they at? Like how would you know that Boosie was gonna be at the same shopping plaza that Mo3 was killed at?
Well, I don't think it was not necessarily the same shopping plaza. It's just Boosie was in Houston. He was in Houston. He was there because his artist had just got killed, so he was there to pay his respects and stuff. And I guess he was in a Plaza parking lot. His Sprinter van or whatever was in a Plaza parking lot, and a car rolled up and just started shooting the Sprinter up, and Boosie ended up getting hit.
So I'm thinking for that, right? Maybe you posted on social media that he's going to be in Houston this weekend or this week to pay respects, right?
Right.
But Benny the Butcher was just going to Walmart. I'm pretty sure he wasn't being like, "Oh, we're gonna hit up this Walmart in Houston." So how would they know to run up on him?
Well, I think it was now that might have been a little different. They said he got robbed. They was trying to get his chain, and I guess the guys was moving too slow for him. They shot him in the leg just like a warning shot, and then that was that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, the economy's kind of rough right now. So if you shining, you got shit. Probably time to tuck. Leave that shit at home or something because people out here hungry. Yeah. Bills ain't getting paid. Evictions is going through. I think Charlamagne was saying on the radio earlier today, man, like you got to be careful out there because, man, ribs is showing.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's what it is.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
Shifting over to NBA, coming back too soon and trade talk.
We back.
So far, right now,
on the repeat.
Well, I just got word of this. Chris Paul's agreed to go to the Phoenix.
Possibly. Chris Paul possibly going to Phoenix. James Harden could possibly go into the Brooklyn Nets.
I heard about that.
That could be something.
Heard about that. What about Westbrook?
Westbrook's being shopped right now. He might end up in on the Knicks.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah, you can have that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like
lately, I've been more excited about the Nets than the Knicks. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, I'm sure
you
you
would
are.
rather have. Wait. You would rather have Harden. You would rather have Harden than Westbrook.
Yeah, you heard that, right?
Listen, there's nothing to be excited about. There's nothing to be excited about. Don't let them brainwash you, my brother. There's nothing to be excited about. The Nets stay having money. Okay, they bought the team before with Paul Pierce, and they stay having money. So it's nothing. The fact that they got Kevin Durant and Wesley. There's no excitement. Okay, they're a decent basketball team that did a little something in the playoff. Yeah, they like a decent. You know what I mean?
They
They
didn't
were in
have
the playoffs.
KD or Kyrie, and they went to the playoffs.
Exactly.
They get the second round? It was in the second round.
But they didn't have KD or
They
Kyrie.
didn't have Kevin Durant and made it to the playoffs without him. That's big.
Listen.
They didn't have Kevin Durant the entire year.
So this is the thing. Without KD, yeah, maybe they would have made it deeper. Maybe they went second round with KD. But what's the name? Don't make the team better. I'm sorry. He's good. He's damn talented. But Kyrie don't make the team better. Statistically speaking, they actually score less points. And they give up more points defensively. Check the numbers.
So what do you?
My
doesn't
thing
make the
is
team
like,
better.
but my thing
The
is,
team actually plays better without him. Check the numbers. Facts.
Yeah.
but Danger, I'm thinking like my question is, how are you downplaying Westbrook going to the Knicks? He's way better than Harden.
So this is the what? Did you say Westbrook's better than Harden?
Westbrook's better than Harden.
I'm gonna need you to watch the playoffs from last season, man, because I don't know if you realize, like Westbrook scored like no points, like no points.
That's not the Westbrook we're used to, though. To be fair,
it's not. But
If
it was
you want to
crunch
go by
time.
just overall skill, Westbrook hands down is over Harden.
I have to agree.
What?
Exactly.
Okay, we're not. Are we here to talk about this? Because I don't know if we have time for this. Because I'm about to get into it, bro. The thing
Well,
about
get into
Westbrook,
it.
I like Westbrook. I think he's extremely talented, mad athletic. He's one of the most athletic basketball players I've seen almost ever, right? But he's not a well-rounded player. James Harden's a well-rounded player. You know what I mean? Like, the thing about James Harden is that everybody knows he can't go left. It's the craziest thing where you know what I mean? You know Superman can't stand kryptonite, but you won't put kryptonite in his face. And that's what happens with James Harden. The thing about James Harden and why I think he's a better player than Westbrook, though, just in a nutshell, right, is that James Harden shoots threes and James Harden gets to the
Westbrook
basket.
doesn't shoot from the outside.
Westbrook cannot shoot consistently from the outside. And we saw that in the playoffs, that he was one-dimensional, where they weren't even guarding him on the perimeter more. Like, whatever, go ahead. Check it up. Check it up 30, 40
They were
times.
making sure he didn't go inside, though.
That's why I think he's a better player. Do I think Westbrook has the potential down the line to be a better player? Sure, if he commits to that three. But if he never gets that three, the way Harden jacks up threes, I don't see it, bro. He's one-dimensional.
But Harden's more like shoot first. Westbrook can change the game. Not even only scored like 12 points, but like get like a triple-double passing, a rebounding, get stealing the ball.
Well, he didn't do any of that during the whole playoffs. The whole playoffs, not just one game, like that whole playoffs. He was not on. He didn't do not a single one of those things. If he didn't score, but he was playing lockdown D, he was stealing balls, he was changing the game, like you said, outside of scoring, I'd be like, I feel you. But he didn't do it. So, and the thing for me is going to the Knicks. The Knicks are already a one-dimensional team. We can't shoot from outside. And I don't mind adding Westbrook, but he just adds to the same problem we got. RJ Barrett can't shoot outside, but he can get in the paint. Everybody and their mom can get in the paint in New York. We just can't shoot from outside. If you can't shoot from outside in today's NBA, you're irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, I think the idea to bring Westbrook into the Knicks would be to hopefully attract other stars and show them that they're moving in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, but bringing in stars, is that showing people we're moving in a different direction? Isn't that what we always do? We do like the same thing that the Dolphins be doing. We bring in one star player and the idea that one star player is going to change everything. And when it don't work, the next season we get rid of them. Or we try to add a second one and we blow up the cap.
I think you struck a nerve.
Yeah, that's the point there, actually.
Is shade necessary?
No.
Because we have...
No, that wasn't shade.
We don't have a star player.
Whoa. I see that somebody's sensitive. It's not shade. You guys have obviously corrected it. You've obviously corrected it. You guys didn't really bring in a whole lot of stars on the current Dolphins team, right? You developed, right? You drafted well, and the team's doing well, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You corrected it. It's not a shot, bro.
So you want the Knicks to be like the Dolphins.
Exactly. I want them to be a dysfunctional organization like the Dolphins and then get on track. But unlike the Dolphins, stay on track.
Shit, man. All right, go ahead. So wait, real quick. Is it too soon to have the NBA back? The season's supposed to start on the 22nd of December. We literally it. What was it? October? Like the first and second week of October was when we finished it.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
It is pretty soon.
Yeah, you don't want. I mean, yeah, obviously you don't want them to get too much R&R, but like you kind of want to like give. They've been away from their family, some of them, for too long.
Yeah.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, they're not
going back into a bubble, so they'll be back in the arenas.
That's going to be different. I mean, I understand ticket sales are a must, but like social distancing is still the norm nowadays. You're not going to get a lot of fans filling in those seats.
Well, if they're allowing fans to be there, Soulpatch, fans will be there.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I don't think they've came to a decision on whether or not they're gonna have fans present. Maybe some arenas can make their own decisions, just like how they do it in the NFL. Certain arenas they allow fans in, and some arenas they don't allow fans in. Right. So I don't know if they'll have the same type of control over in the NBA.
So when we say is it too soon, what are we talking about exactly? We talking about development of players and schemes like in the NFL where they got playbooks to learn and they had no preseason, or is it too soon where like we're worried about injuries?
I think too soon, maybe possibly being worried about injuries, but at the same time, I do understand that there were only. What was it? 16? Was it 21 teams invited to the bubble? It wasn't the entire league wasn't invited to the bubble.
Oh yeah, because you're talking about the teams that had to finish out their regular season to possibly get in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. Think about
the playoffs and stuff like that. So you already had teams that have been sitting home since April.
Yeah.
So they've got plenty of rest, and then you have the teams that didn't make the playoffs. So they've had a little bit of rest too.
When you put it that way, I think it actually might be a good thing that it's starting back a little bit sooner. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be resting certain stars. I'm sure LA is going to be resting LeBron and, some of the more, tenured veteran players. But I think it's a great opportunity to see if this maybe balances out a little bit more. And teams that was home getting ready, the teams that was unhealthy, you talk about, the Nets, how, Kevin Durant's probably going to be ready to go sometime in the season. Kyrie Irving should be healthy. They've had
Kevin Durant's ready to
go. Huh?
He's ready to go now.
He's ready to go, right? So with them coming together, I'm sure that they've reviewed game plans with Steve Nash even being the new coach. I'm sure they have actually a leg up on that transition too. So I think maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it provides more balance. Maybe we won't see, we're probably going to see a repeat, but maybe it's less likely, and maybe it gives opportunities for other teams that didn't make it that could probably go deep now because of just all the circumstances.
I think. Unfortunately, one of the other consequences of the season starting as soon as it's starting, there's no off season to develop the rookies. You probably only got maybe a month to have the rookies working into the system, or even new teammates, because you still have the trades happening. You know what I'm saying? The trades started today. The draft is this Friday, I believe, either Thursday or Friday.
It's pretty fast, yeah.
Everything's happening, you know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see. How them ribs?
Good.
You just gonna eat the ribs in front of us like that on camera?
No.
Are those beef ribs?
Y'all don't want to talk about beef so much. I got hungry.
Those beef ribs.
So because we're talking about
beef,
because we're talking about beef, you have to make sure that you held the ribs as close to the camera as possible so we can see that you're eating ribs.
You gotta get some more sauce on them, Mitch.
And you hear the smacking, so we can hear the enjoyment.
We're gonna turn this into an ASMR now.
He's not even chewing, he's just biting.
We're gonna turn this into a mukbang ASMR.
Throwing it back.
So I think we should just be quiet and let him eat and see what happens.
No, go on with you doing.
All right. So let's jump into a double dose of healing. Let's hear this. What's that about, sir?
Yeah, so it's basically, the medication, the pill, revolution that we've seen for some time now. But I noticed that they've been more and more products. You see the commercials on TV when it talks about medication. Before, it was like medication for everything, right? There's all these
Right.
symptoms and stuff and all these new things. But now I started noticing that there's commercials for medications that you apply to other medications to make those medications work.
There's like compounding medications.
Right. It's like you need a Batman and Robin pill for it to actually do what it needs to do. And I thought that was real strange. Like,
It is.
why doesn't the original pill just do what it's supposed to do?
Well, let me ask you this.
Why do I need a booster pill?
Is the additional pill from the same manufacturer? Is it from the same distributor?
That's a good question. I never looked into it, but I will while we continue this conversation.
Because if it is, that's probably their smart way of, doubling their income. Like, we have this, but this could work 10 times better if you take this with it.
Yeah, you might be right. It might just be a sales pitch.
It's a little sales tactic.
I know that there's some there's some antidepressants that are made from two different companies.
Okay.
So I know that that's one. It's supposed to be because it's a general pill. So it's one pill, it's one medication that is used across the board with whatever antidepressant you're on.
Okay.
So that's the only one I know.
The question is, why doesn't the opposing manufacturer just create a pill that does what the other manufacturer's pill does, so that way we cut away the middleman?
Right. I feel like it's probably, to your point, it's probably a sales thing. You know what I mean? Because you have a medication, and maybe the medication's kind of doing its job, or maybe it's not working yet. And you see the commercial, and you're like, I need that. Because once I get that, it'll actually work for me. And maybe it's a placebo effect, and they feel like it does.
Yeah. Or hold on. Or maybe if it is two separate companies, that they've worked out some type of behind the scenes partnership to boost both their sales.
I wouldn't put it past it, man. Big Pharma.
Maybe, because, Big Pharma.
Nope.
NCAA. Talk to
that question.
Oh, read the question.
Yeah.
I would like Danger to read the question.
No, it's okay. It's safe. It's from a song. It's safe. It's from a song.
I'm not too familiar with the song. Can you let me know how it goes?
Yeah, it's the Rick Ross song. The Rick Ross, DJ Khaled.
I haven't heard that one.
NCAA, let a young, the song. No. All right. So the NCAA. I came across this article this week, and I got excited. I made sure to thoroughly read the article before bringing it because I didn't want it to be misleading. So the NCAA is going to be possibly putting forth a proposal that would allow college athletes to start getting paid. Right.
Good.
Right.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Only not really.
What do you mean?
Really. It's more symbolic than anything, because what the proposal is going to do is it's proposing that the NCAA is going to allow college athletes to get paid on marketing and images of their name and likeness on any marketing or products that don't conflict with the school or university.
You mean like a jersey?
Sure, you can't have a jersey because the school already has a licensing agreement for jerseys. You can't have certain sneakers because the school already has an agreement with Adidas or Nike or anybody else.
So
I feel like the endorsements would make a fair trade. Like, I feel like the athletes should get paid based on their endorsements. So they do attract endorsements.
So for it, as long as the endorsements, I believe they'll still be eligible for, as long as the endorsements, again, don't conflict. So if the school already has a deal with Nike, you can't have a deal with anybody else. You can't have a deal with Nike. You can't have a deal with Adidas. You can't have a deal with Puma because those are all athletic shoe and clothing manufacturers. That is going to conflict. So really, you would have to go with something that they don't have. Like if I was a college player, I'd have to get like an endorsement or get a product for like, I don't know, oven mitts. You know, some sort of strange product that the college already doesn't have a deal for or marketing agreement with. And like, how many opportunities to make money is there?
So
I'm
wait a
gonna get
minute.
money off of like my own version of Domino's.
There is none, because I mean they can't even go into business for themselves and make money off of their own image because they're owned by the colleges.
Right, because they can't have a job. They still cannot have a job. They can't work. So you can't own a business because you're an entrepreneur.
Whoa, wait a minute. So, okay, rewind for a second. So a college athlete is not allowed to be employed.
No.
And that is because of what reason again? Because so
NCAA
college
rules.
athletes, are they like fully paid for in school or something like that? Because I don't think all of them are.
Not really. I mean, there's
not everybody
is.
So the ones that are not, why can't they get a job?
It's the rules. Whether you're on full scholarship, you don't have scholarship. If you're a college athlete,
practice every game. You got the schedule is so conflict with a job anyway. You got to practice every game, travel.
So that's what I'm saying. So if they essentially can't have a conventional job like a typical student would want to have, why can't they make their funds off of alternative means via endorsements that the school has nothing to do with?
They should be able to.
So again, they can't have a job. They can still get
like some type of loophole.
So based on the proposal, it would allow them to get endorsements, but again, it can't conflict with the school. School got dibs.
So they gotta be endorsed by some crazy, obscure product that the college is not touching, basically.
Okay, hold on, wait. Correction. Student athletes are allowed to work during the academic year, but must be monitored by the athletics department to ensure that all rules regarding employment are followed.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, let me get to the page.
Yo, I think Soulpatch has the itis.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
So, this is what 10 ways college
to the lake.
10 ways college athletes can get paid and remain eligible for their sport. Wait, where we at? Okay, so. Okay.
What the hell?
Cost of attendance. The NCAA and universities spend this as additional scholarship money, not a payment stipend. And while semantically that's true, just a decade ago, the NCAA argued in court that cost of attendees stipends were a form of pay for play. By 2015, many schools were providing all of some of their athletes with a couple extra $1,000 a year through cost of attendance. So that's coming directly from the school. Pell Grants, they can also be paid through.
Well, athlete just needs like money for like, to get around, food, living expenses.
This is interesting. Pro money in a different sport. A pro athlete paid in one sport can simultaneously play college athletics in a different sport and receive a scholarship. So I guess if you're already an athlete, say you're already in the NFL, you want to go back to school, you go back to school and you could play, I guess, baseball.
Who does that though? What do you mean? Wait, if you're injured in the professional league and then your career is over, you're like, well, I can still go.
You know what though? Some people in the professional leagues, even though they're in the professional leagues, their contract may be like nothing.
Yeah, maybe it's possible. But you still can't.
Since I wasn't playing two sports.
You can have a job as an NFL football player, and you can go to. You can say, okay, I'm going to continue my career, but I want to go to school. You go to school, and you can be on a swim team.
Can't play.
You're allowed to maintain your scholarship or whatever from that university because you were already a pro athlete before that.
So you originally went to school for football scholarship. Now you're in the pros, now you're going back under a different sport because of the original sport scholarship that you went to school for.
Yes.
So check this out. So that's not really going to apply to an average everyday college athlete. And two, if I'm already in a professional sport, I'm probably making a decent amount of money. Not a lot. Like I think what I said, like not everybody makes a lot of money. But you know what I mean? Like
you're at least making
a lot of them making like 18 grand. Like you talking about NFL, like the lower tiers, you're talking about 18 grand. I know some sign, I think Mr. Irrelevant signed for like 1,800 or something low like that. I get that. But the last guy in the draft, he only signed for like 1,800 guaranteed money. Doesn't mean throughout the life of the contract he can't make more because there's incentives.
So I got a question. What about a professional athlete that did not go to college? They went straight to the pros after high school, but now want to go to college. So let's say hypothetically, not that he has to, because he's fully taken care of. But let's say hypothetically, LeBron James wanted to go back into college, right? Since he did not go to college, he's allowed to play basketball in college, right?
Yeah.
So he could play college ball if he wanted to and destroy everybody and score 12 million points every game.
He would have to, not basketball. He would have to play a different sport. He would have to play
fine.
Football.
Have LeBron James play football. Have LeBron James play football.
That's too risky.
And run everybody off the field to score 12 touchdowns a game.
Well, I mean, LeBron. I mean, I don't think LeBron. Like I could see LeBron maybe try like something where he doesn't have to a sport where you don't really get injured that much. Like
he probably won't get injured.
He's not getting
Hail Marys all day. It's just Hail Marys all day, back in the end zone.
Right.
You don't even have to jump.
Or he can play. He can be on the bowling team.
Yeah, but check this.
Because bowlers get all the money. Soulpatch. They just
bowlers, golfers, and tennis players.
Yo, actually, on the real, bowlers be getting bank. I mean, I've been watching some of these like alternative ESPN like leagues. Bowlers be getting some bank too.
Yeah,
they can.
I've been telling you, it's those
you can be a cornhole athlete technically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on.
Are you talking about ESPN the Ocho
players?
Yes.
Yo.
Oh, don't forget about those soccer players. They get banked too.
Yeah, LeBron can play soccer, just be in the goal.
I don't know. They kick your knees.
I don't know,
up,
man.
They kick your knees up
because I think it's too easy for somebody to just trip LeBron. Because LeBron isn't going to be relying on his upper body strength in that sport because it's straight legs.
You know what? Goalie though, that reach, huh? That reach.
You have a point. You have a point. He could be a good goalie.
And I mean, he can also do something like track and field. Shot put.
Yeah. I could probably do 1 year. He could probably do 1 year because you get rest in between those meets, right? He could probably do 1 year and just kill it.
All right, so
have him do long jump.
Check this out.
Kill it.
Check this out. In direct response to danger, but outside employment for the NCAA allows players to have paying jobs. They may rarely have the time to do so, but it's permitted if the work is performed at an amount comparable to the going rate in the area for similar services. The payment isn't supposed to be due to athletic ability or publicity for the employer due to the athlete's presence. So that's outside employment. For self-employment, the NCAA rule still says an athlete may establish a business only if his or her name, photo, appearance, or athletic reputation are not used to promote the business.
Okay.
That is some really great. That's a really great area, actually.
Is it though?
I mean, you can back.
You are a superstar, and you can't use your name or image to promote your company.
No,
it's free. It would normally be free marketing.
That's free marketing,
which is crazy.
It would be, but you can't use it.
Right.
So say I'm an athlete, right, and I'm promoting like energy drink or a sports drink.
Okay.
I have to do it based on this drink itself. I can't use my name or image.
Nope.
Wow.
So
Listen,
you basically got to get somebody else to promote your drink.
So
Yeah.
basically, you're a normal fucking person. Only you're not. You know what I mean? You know what it is? You're Batman.
What if?
In fact, not even. You're Superman, right? Where basically you push papers at a fucking newspaper by day, and then at night you put on a cape and you save the universe. That's what it's like.
Exactly.
So wait a minute. So then how about, what if, okay, how about this? Because you have a name on the court. You have an energy drink you want to promote, but you can't use your name. But what if there is a nickname that they don't use for your basketball persona?
I imagine
that nickname be used
if they don't license it
for the energy drink.
I imagine they can use it if they haven't licensed it yet. Like beast mode. If the college hasn't already taken to getting the rights for it, I'm sure you can use it because it's not really gonna like it. So
what if the college finds out that the nickname belongs to so-and-so? There's nothing they could do about it, correct? Because they don't own the rights to the nickname.
Right.
Maybe not, probably. Yeah.
But the whole thing, this is the caveat though, is that the nickname has to catch on. So you don't you don't get to be beast mode for 2 games and everybody knows beast mode is a nickname. You probably got to do like a full season of killing it. And by that time, I'm sure the school is like, got something there. Let's get it right there just in case.
All right. Say if you were say when you were in high school and you were on the verge of like a high school senior and you already got this nickname.
Juggernauts.
Okay.
The guy.
And you got this nickname going into college. It's still yours, right?
I mean,
if they don't obtain the rights for it.
Yeah, if you obtain the rights for it before they do, yeah.
Okay. So now here's another question. Are they able to take the rights of a nickname even if you don't offer it to them?
What you mean?
I don't think so, because that's still technically your
own. Like piggybacking off of what Soulpatch is saying, right? You know, let's say my nickname is like the Bullet because of my speed or something like that, right? And I take that nickname from high school and I go into college with the Bullet nickname.
Okay.
Can the college come along and be like, "Oh, you're named the Bullet? Well, that belongs to us now." I would think as long as you don't have it on any college apparel, jerseys or whatever like that, I think it's still yours. I think once you put that name on something of theirs, then they can say they have rights to it.
So you could be called the nickname, but not have it on any merchandise, right? And people could call you that, and you could put that on your own product because the college didn't see your nickname on any of their merchandise.
Yeah, maybe.
You gotta be real. You gotta be real keen to find these little loopholes.
Check it out. Hold on one second.
Wait. Didn't like Lonzo Ball have his own shoe when he was at UCLA?
No.
Wasn't I thought
that's an NBA.
I thought Big Baller Brand was when like one of them went to college and
that was his first. No, that was his first year in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
He established the Big Baller Brand, but Lonzo wasn't he wasn't the poster boy of it as of yet until he got to the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so check this out. Apparently, in 2013, a Minnesota wrestler, Joel Bauman, tested the NCAA by promoting that he was an NCAA wrestler on a music video he produced. Bauman declined to remove his name from any songs and eliminate any promotion of his status as an NCAA athlete. He got declared ineligible, a firestorm erupted, and he brilliantly turned the publicity into a marketing job. So I assume he lost the scholarship.
But has a lucrative marketing company now.
Well, because he made a book out of it now, at that point. He made a story out of it.
Mm-hmm.
When life gives you lemons.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted by Soulpatch and his bullet holes.
His background.
Because his body is like fading in and out.
Yeah.
He was in his little model pose for some strange reason.
He's like, oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
All right, so we're going to address
breaking news. Harden has turned down his extension. He has declined the chance to be the NBA's first $50 million per year player.
So is this one of those situations where he's turning it down, like AD turned his down so that he can make more money because of the cap situation?
Who declined this?
Down to make more money. I think Harden turned his down because he's ready to jump ship.
Oh yeah, because of Supermax, right? Because he's at Supermax now. He's not where AD's at. He's at Supermax now.
Yeah, he's ready to jump ship.
So this is the thing. I'm actually kind of disappointed in how everything went down in Houston. I feel like they had a really genius concept and strategy for how they was going to attack the NBA with the small ball. I think it was amazing. It was effective. If Westbrook would have played, man, I feel like the Lakers would have been in some real trouble. You know, they might have actually lost that series just because of how it worked. With the whole small ball they was playing, it's kind of like, you know, you die by the three. The only difference is these guys were shooting consistent threes. Like they were good at it. They were like Golden State is, where everybody shoots threes and everybody makes them. Like I didn't see them cold. Not until the later round. Not until they met the Lakers did they start getting cold. And I think that's because of the defensive adjustment and also because Westbrook didn't play well. If Westbrook had played well, it would have been a wrap, because even if you can't shoot the three, he can get into the paint at will. So now you got options. But for them to blow up that team the way they did, that was a huge mistake. I don't think Houston is going to see the success that they saw this last season. I don't see it. You know what I mean? I think that, well, from what I heard, D'Antoni resigned. The coach resigned because he has some issues with some of the front office. Well, one of the front office personnel, I think the president's of operations, had an issue. So he was like, listen, if I can't do my thing, man, I'm going to go. I think that they really ruined that team, man. They had a shot at something real cool, something real new. And it's disappointing. Honestly, it's disappointing.
Yeah. Interesting.
So now that we've gotten those topics out of the way, let's address the elephant in the room, the election results.
It's not over yet.
Are they finally finished?
Yeah.
They all came in?
No, I mean, they're still counting, but, you know, they got to finish. They got to officially finish counting. They got to officially certify everything. And it's being contested all over.
Certified again?
Say it again?
What states need to like are all the states clear or like?
No, well, some of them are still counting. Some of them haven't been certified yet because of the contention of the number 45 legal team. And here's the thing, right? And this is, once again, I'm not attacking a particular party, okay? However, I do see a lot of number 45 fans being very quick to believe the claims of fraud, right? Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. Because there hasn't been any proof that's been proven. Us as regular citizens, if we can't get a hold, let me flip it. The legal team, if the legal team can't get any hold of any legal or any outright proof that this happened, that the fraud happened in any place, what makes you think us common folk that don't nearly have as many resources as this legal team can say, oh, we know how it happened? I see so many MAGA fans saying, oh, yeah, they cheated. And it was funny because if you rewind and see what happened with the previous election with Hillary and Trump, and how all the Republicans were saying, oh, you guys can't accept defeat. You guys aren't accepting the results of the election. Oh, Hillary hasn't conceded yet. She can't accept the loss. And now it comes full circle, and they can't do it. They can't do the same very thing that they were complaining about the Democrats not being able to do. This is from the standpoint of an independent-minded individual that's just looking at both parties, pointing the finger at each other, saying, you're stupid, no, you're stupid.
Yeah, it's definitely a double standard, man. There's definitely a double standard, but there's been a double standard throughout this administration. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, you know, Obama and his executive orders, no, he shouldn't do that. But when 45 wants to do an executive order, that's the right thing
it's okay.
to do. It's a lot of stuff. I think that
every day. I don't even think he read them.
Yeah, man, is
not to mention you know how many things they blocked Obama from doing, right? But then when the same thing is happening to 45, oh, it's unfair.
It's unfair. He's not treating kindly. Like he's a kid. He's not treating kindly.
He's the worst treated president, quote unquote, in the history of presidents. No, he's not.
So for the segment,
remember, Kennedy got shot in the head. I think you're being treated very well.
Mm-hmm.
But for this segment, I actually wanted to look into like the biggest losers in history, like biggest sore losers. And sadly, this is no shade. This is for real. I actually searched. I had L search. There's really nobody really in the history that's really been a sore loser the way he's been a sore loser. Like I have to specifically look into sports to find something that's closely related to what he's doing on a federal level as the president of the United States. That's just wild. That's wild. And it's one thing, like you said, it's one thing to say, you know, if you believe that something wasn't right, investigate it. But don't sit there and call it fraud. Don't call it fraud. Just be like, you know what? I don't believe I lost. I'm going to have this investigated. Cool.
Here's my thing, right? Like, I would have had no problem if he wanted to just move forward with the contention. You have every right to. Sure. But then to jump on Twitter and say, I won by a lot. I this, I that. Instead of just being quiet, contesting quietly and waiting to see the results, and then coming out with a statement. By you running your mouth all this time while the investigation is still underway, you're digging yourself into a deeper hole. Do your contention, shut up and wait for the results. What's wrong with that? No, but his ego won't allow him to. His ego won't allow him to. His ego needs to remind his base, I won. I'm going to get all of you Trump fans fired up so you guys could start a million MAGA march. What?
Yeah.
Really? A million? You couldn't even come up with your own name for the march. You stole the Million Man March and made it Million MAGA March.
And there wasn't even a million people there.
There wasn't.
Just,
I don't get it, bro. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
The double standard is crazy.
I just hope, man, this thing gets certified so we can move on as a country, man. We got a lot of problems beyond, you know, all this extra stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna find out that it was done fair and square, and we just gotta move on. They gotta close the door. They're talking about him running 2024. Maybe they should just focus on that. But for right now, we got stuff that we got to deal with. That's empty. Absolutely.
I mean, you, for God's sakes, you're blocking an incoming president from receiving intelligence briefings. You're not sharing resources to make the transition smooth, because right now, Biden basically was saying, yo, look, if we don't pool our resources, if we don't start sharing some information so we can get this whole COVID-19 situation under control, more people are going to die because you are stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't care.
He doesn't care, especially since he's out of the office now. Technically, he has the lame debt period where he's going to be out in January, but he already knows that it's over. So for him, what difference does it make?
And I heard he's been offered. He's been offered 20 M's by a network to have a podcast.
Like
You know that money's going to be used to pay off all the states that he's in debt with, right?
That's if he gets.
Because that's what the whole hotline that he started, the whole voter fraud hotline, and they're trying to raise money.
Yeah, for his legal defense. Yeah,
it's crazy. And then of course they were saying that Trump just conceded because there was fraud.
Well, he admit that he lost,
He said,
but I don't think
he
actually
admitted,
agreed to.
but there was a but to it. There was a but to it. He said, I lost because they cheated.
Right.
He's the type of guy that you're playing video games with. He's getting his butt whooped. And he gets up and hits reset on the game system.
No fair.
You're something's wrong with my controller. You purposely put bad batteries in my controller so you can win the game. Reset.
You gave me the bad controller on purpose. You knew it was bad and you still gave it to me. I asked you for a simple controller and you couldn't give me that.
Ridiculous. All right. Now that we're done killing our brain cells talking about this guy, let's get to the fun stuff. We got hypotheticals, but we also have Danger Has Questions. Let's listen to these.
Yeah. All right, so these are gonna be quick, I think. So chivalry, right? Chivalry, manners, things a gentleman should do, important stuff like that, right? So I was going to the grocery store. I was by myself, but I noticed a trend. I noticed that a few years back, I remember somebody was explaining to me that, and I never was taught this. I never knew this was a thing. It is chivalrous if you're walking on a street, right? If you're walking on a street with your lady has to go on the inside so that she's away from the street in the event that there's some sort of danger, right? If you're walking down the street by yourself and there's like a woman coming forward, still they should be on the inside away from the street, right? So my thing though is that chivalrous or is that kind of like a betrayal?
Betrayal?
Yeah,
so it's a betrayal.
So follow me, right?
Saying it's a betrayal. You're not doing anything that's jeopardizing your relationship. You're just being a decent human being.
Okay. So you're walking with your lady, right? You guys are walking down the street, car swerves out of nowhere, you get hit and die, right? God forbid. Your lady is gonna mourn over you, right? But y'all were together, right? Now, you're walking down the street by yourself, right? There's a young lady coming, right? Car swerve hits you, right? You are still alive, but barely. Your significant other finds out that you got hit only because you let another bitch to go on the inside of the street.
See, but now that really comes down to how much of a heart does your significant other have?
So let me ask you, that's a great question. Let me ask you, is PG going to be like, you know what? G was a hero. I'm going to miss him. Is that going to be the response?
So here's the issue with that, right? Because it could go one of two ways. If she witnessed it firsthand, she'd probably feel like I was a hero over her hearing that I saved some female. But she wasn't there to actually see it go down. So in her mind, she's thinking, oh no, something else must have been going on for him to want to save this female. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And it's probably the second one because you're not with her in this scenario.
Right. So at least in this situation, if she saw firsthand, okay, I know he had no involvement with this female. He just was being a hero. Whereas if she hears about it later, oh, so why was he so compelled to save her? Why would he put his life on the line for that shit?
What's her name? Let me find out who she is. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's two different situations of if she's there and if she's not there.
Okay, so let me ask you though, if she's there, let's say you go in the common place of Publix, right? You run back to the car to get your keys. A young lady's coming. You're saying you're gonna let her on the inside of the street?
Man.
So PG's gonna watch you. Put another lady in the place that she's supposed to be.
But see, the only thing about that, I don't think women realize that. Some women, yes. Some women will say, "Oh, you're gonna let me walk on the the outside of the sidewalk or whatever like that." You'll get those women who will realize that, but I don't know if they pay that much attention to it when it comes to other women. I don't think they really give a damn what side of the sidewalk you walk on when it comes to other women.
Whatever happened to just, hey, lady, walk inside of the sidewalk, away from the cars. There's nobody there. It's empty. Why do I have to rush over there and move you out of the way? Are you not intelligent enough? Just stupid behind out of the street.
Yeah. Question got G riled up. He's upset about the responsibility. He's like, I shouldn't have to be in this situation.
I shouldn't have to be in this situation.
No, you shouldn't.
Like, are you dumb? Get off of the street. Good Lord. Sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, so that was the question.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, right.
Hypotheticals? Any squeamish hypotheticals?
Yeah, so I kind of got one that's like it's kind of like a remix that Barz, I think, presented to us in a previous episode. And I thought about it and I was like, oh, I got a nice little twist for it. So maybe 3 or 4 episodes back, Barz had asked us, hey, if you had a choice, right, of your neck up, being aged, it was like 20 or 30 years, or your lower body to be aged, right? I was like, what a concept. So my hypothetical was the remix to Barz hypothetical. Thank you for this, the source material.
Welcome, sir.
If you had a choice, right? Everybody's significant others, Soulpatch for the young lady that you're dating. If you had the choice, right, of this body part being aged 50 years, do you do 50 years from the neck up or 50 years from the neck down?
I had a choice, and I'm adding 50 years.
Soulpatch woke up for that. I just want to point that out. Yeah. He said, yeah, you had a choice. So the young lady you're dating, right? She could age 50 years from the neck up or 50 years from the neck down. What you go with?
Oh, would you want her?
Her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, this is
Let me think.
this is tough.
Come back to me on that one.
This is tough. Damn, this is tough.
It's not tough.
I'm gonna have to go neck up.
Neck up. Ooh, neck up, huh? So you're just gonna pop the teeth out, go for a ride.
Yeah.
Hey.
On the gum coaster.
I'll
Okay.
go
Neck up. That's right, neck up. I say neck up because if she's fine, young, she's gonna be fine old too. Especially if she still got that body. Yeah, I'm cool. Neck up. If you think about it, right? Angela Bassett 50 years ago versus Angela Bassett
that's true.
now.
Yeah.
I don't care which one I get.
So why don't you take 50 down then? She take care of herself, 50 down.
Huh?
Why don't you just take 50 down? Because Angela Bassett look good, right? She look good. She take care of herself. Her body looks good.
But she's not the average 50-year-old. So I'm assuming that's what we're going based off of.
We're talking average 50-year-old.
Remember, it's aged 50 years. So it's on top of the current age, not total.
Okay, so
You gotta do your math. You gotta do your math.
At 110.
Oh, yeah. That's 80-year-old.
Still going neck up? Still going.
Yeah.
For Angela Bassett, y'all want to neck up. She'll be fine.
For my significant other, I'd probably for her it'd probably be I would go neck up because I mean she would be 80 by now. And so like he said, like Barz said better. Some women just age well.
Yeah.
Especially black women and Hispanic women.
Yeah, how trash would a chick be? She's beautiful as hell. Take off her clothes, titties sagging, wrinkled, stomach sagging, ass sagging.
wait, Barz. So what's the problem? When are we gonna get to the problem? When are we gonna get to the problem areas?
Is that the problem areas?
And then you got to take an effect that 50 years, a female's body changes. So things may be a little drier than they used to be. You know, just or
like skin.
Yeah, that's why I said like neck up because at least you ain't gotta worry about like, you know, if you're about to do what it do and you gotta like add extra lubrication to it. So it's like
you might not Soulpatch. You know, those older women, they have a hard time holding their bladders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Hop on this, slip and slide.
Oh God. Oh God. I can't. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Goodness.
Oh, is that all? Is that it?
Yeah, that could be.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay. Good Lord. This was an excellent show, guys. This was.
Thank you.
Energy seemed to pick up. It seemed to pick up.
Yeah. It just took off.
It picked up. I mean, I'm tired from working, obviously them ribs, but
yeah, your itis kicked in heavy.
Yeah, your itis hit you immediately.
You took that last piece and it reclined.
Yo, when a nigga reclines and go to rubbing his head and shit, it's a wrap.
Yo, y'all saw him, right? He put down the last rib and immediately. Oh man, this was a wonderful episode, man. Tune in next time. We got some more stuff coming. We have a lot of stuff in the works, so definitely take us home, Danger.
Hey, keep supporting those people. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Keep supporting those people because when you support those people, you support you.
Yes, sir.